there, are you tired of feeling stuck in your workout routine or feeling like you just can't find a workout that you truly enjoy? I was feeling this way for quite a long time. After years of lifting heavy weights, I was left with a body that I didn't really like, and everyone told me I wouldn't get bulky, but I personally felt that I looked bulky. And on top of that, lifting heavy every day left me feeling constantly sore, achy, and just tired. This is when I started dabbling in reformer Pilates and even took private lessons, and I absolutely fell in love with reformer Pilates, but it just became so expensive. So I was never able to attend Pilates class as consistently as I really wished that I could. After that, I attended Core Power Yoga for a little while, which is more of a sculpt yoga class with light weights. And I mainly did this because it was a little more affordable than Pilates. Then the pandemic hit and I found myself in a rut after all of the fitness centers shut down and I couldn't attend class anymore. Even when things opened up, it was hard to establish my workout routine again. The pandemic aftermath, the passing of my father, and a knee injury that left me unable to do my usual workouts had taken a toll on my body and my mind. 3 months ago, I decided things had to change or I would be in the worst shape of my life and depressed forever. I really had a strong desire to do Pilates again because I just loved it so much compared to all of the other workouts I've tried, but I had to find a way to make it affordable. Luckily, at the peak of the pandemic, online workouts became more and more popular and more options became available that are very affordable or even free. So I started doing mat Pilates at home and it has completely changed my life. My goal with Pilates at the start of this new journey was simple: to get back into a consistent workout routine that I actually enjoyed and that made me feel good. On top of this, I was at the heaviest weight I've ever been, so my goal was to slim down and to get those long, lean Pilates muscles that I think are so gorgeous. In order to achieve my goals, I knew that nutrition would be an important component to my journey, so another goal of mine was to make sure I nourish my body with clean foods as much as possible. On the flip side, I have a history of eating what some may consider extreme diets. I didn't really feel that way at the time, but diets like the ketogenic diet that I followed for a couple of years, or diets where I tracked every macro and timed my meals down to the minute. Those diets for me were practical for my life then, but they just didn't seem practical nor desirable for the stage of my life that I'm in right now. So this time around, I wanted to clean up my diet in a way that would be easy for me or really for anyone to follow, and that would really feel less like a quote-unquote diet and more like a healthy way of life that I could follow as a baseline indefinitely. Upon starting my 3-month Pilates journey, physically my standout struggles were a lot of tension in my back from an injury from several years ago and poor balance and weakness in my legs from dislocating my patella earlier last year. And on top of this, just being out of a consistent routine for so long left me feeling like I was in the worst shape of my life, which I was. Emotionally, I was also a complete wreck, dealing with the sadness of recently losing my father, so I really needed to just get the happy workout endorphins flowing again. I tried a few different Pilates routines over the course of the last 3 months, all of which were mat Pilates workouts that I did at home. I started with Move with Nicole's workouts on YouTube, which were calming and low impact, yet still challenging. Then I moved on to Callie Jardine's Pilates workouts through her app Sweaty Studio, which were more energetic and upbeat and had more resistance training. Finally, I tried Sanne Vloet's Pilates workouts through her website, and I hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. But I felt that they gave me a similar calming effect as Move with Nicole's, but with resistance training that was more similar to Callie Jardine's workouts. I have videos up of my experience with Move with Nicole and Callie Jardine's workouts, which I'll link in the description below, and another one that I'll post soon about my experience with Sanne Vloet. So make sure you check those out to get all of the details of those workouts. I found all of them to be effective in their own way of helping me reach my goals. Move with Nicole instantly got me hooked on Pilates again and looking forward to working out every single day. Callie Jardine gave me that extra energy boost just exactly when I needed it. Sanne's workouts gave me a good balance of resistance and calmness. I also want to mention that in addition to mat Pilates, I walk a lot every day. It's become a part of my routine and has been ever since I got my dog Brophy. So I average around 4 to 5 miles per day of walking, but this was already in place before I started this 3-month journey, so it wouldn't have had too much impact on my results. For my diet, I've been eating in a calorie deficit of around 500 calories per day. I focus on eating clean, real foods as much as possible, and I focus on getting 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. I do allow myself the occasional treat when I want. Usually on Sundays, or if I'm hanging out with friends, I'll be much more lenient in terms of the quality of food that I eat. So if I want to eat ice cream or potato chips, for example, I totally allow it, but I also don't restrict myself to where it has to be on Sunday or it has to be only with friends. And also I'm always cognizant of my portions and I don't go overboard and binge on food ever. I bring this up because I personally remember many years ago, cheat days were kind of all the rage in the fitness industry, and I would have cheat days once per week and would totally binge on bad foods that day. It was always on the same day of the week, and then the rest of the week I was on the strictest diet and eating schedule. And in hindsight, I feel that this was a very unhealthy, unbalanced, and even dangerous approach. I remember my cheat day would put me out for the day where I could just barely stay awake from the huge insulin spike that it would give me. And so I try to really discourage myself from that type of diet plan. And this time around, I choose to just take a more balanced approach overall now with my eating habits. In the first month of consistently doing Pilates at home, I noticed my back pain was non-existent after that month. I was already getting massages monthly, which helped a lot with pain management, but I credit the Pilates in conjunction with the massages to getting me feeling 100% again. Pilates routines usually include a lot of spine and mobility work, so if this is a problem area for you, give Pilates a try. I was expecting it would help, but I was really surprised at how quickly that it did help. Other than my back, my body as a whole just feels a good balance of flexibility, mobility, and strength, in contrast to when I lifted weights as my main form of workout and would just feel so insanely sore and intense 24/7. I also felt my desire for working out coming back in the first month, and every day then and even to this day, I look forward to and am excited to work out, which is wonderful because it's so much easier to be consistent with your workouts when you're excited to work out. And I have been way more consistent. Another thing I noticed in month 1 is that my weight immediately started to go down, and it continued to go down for the full 3 months, although it did slow down toward the end where I'm still losing weight now, but not as aggressively as when I first started, which is pretty typical. And I contribute my weight loss to the fact that I am now so consistent with my workouts, but also, and I think mainly because I have been eating in a calorie deficit. And I don't think I would have seen as consistent of a weight change had I not been eating in a calorie deficit. And really, for anyone whose goal is weight loss, just know that what, as well as how much you eat, will play an important factor in combination with your Pilates routine. I think both diet and exercise are important, and my results just would be lacking if I was missing either of them. Now, month 2 is where I really started to notice a change in my strength. And this is where I started to feel that the exercises were becoming easier to execute and my form felt like it was getting better. And I still feel challenged anytime I do Pilates, but everything just felt more solid in month 2. I noticed less shaking on exercise that require balance. For example, certain exercises that you may perform on one leg, and those are the exercises or the types of exercises that I really struggled with the most after my knee injury, and I couldn't even do a lot of them. So I'm just so happy to see so much progress in that area. Now, month 3 is where I noticed the most visible physical changes. Mainly my clothes feel looser. I also notice a difference in my posture. I feel like I just stand taller, and even when sitting at my desk or on the couch, I'm much more cognizant and aware of my posture. Even if I do still slouch sometimes, but it's like, I don't know, it's like I constantly have Nicole, Callie, and Sanne whispering in my ear telling me to relax my shoulders and tighten my core. And mentally, I feel like I have an easier time focusing, and I notice I just get more done on any given day. And by now, I feel pretty confident that I've established discipline in my workout routine again. Like, I feel like I'm sort of becoming that Pilates girl that I was hoping and aspiring to become. Now, here are my results after 3 months of mat Pilates at home. So I'm 39 years old and I'm a little over 5'4.5" inches. So the first question I had was, can you lose weight with Pilates? And the answer is yes, you can. So my starting weight on December 1st, 2022, when I started this, was 134 pounds. I got my first DEXA scan December 8th, 2022, and by then I was 131 pounds. My weight on my next DEXA scan on March 8th, 2022 was 125.6 pounds. And on the date of me filming this, which is March 15th, I am now 124.6 pounds. Another question in my mind was, can you burn fat with Pilates? And the answer is absolutely. My body fat percentage on December 8th was 23.1%, and my body fat percentage on March 8th was 22.2%. Now, as I just mentioned, to measure my body fat, I did get this professionally done with a DEXA scan, which many health professionals consider as the gold standard for measuring body fat percentage. I posted a video of when I got my first DEXA scan at the beginning of my Pilates journey, so I'll link that in the description below if you want to take a look. And I will be posting a video within the next couple of days deep diving into my 3-month DEXA scan results. So if you like that sort of thing, subscribe and click on notifications so that you don't miss that video. So can you lose inches off your body doing Pilates? Again, it's a resounding yes. For my starting measurements, my area around my bust was 35.5 inches, my waist was 28 inches, and my hips were 38.5 inches. For my ending measurements, my bust is 34.5 inches, my waist is 26.75 inches, and my height is 36.5 inches. For the next 90 days, my focus will be on improving muscle mass retention while continuing to lose weight. I'll talk more about this in my next DEXA scan results video, but I did lose some muscle mass, so I want to try and prevent that as much as possible moving forward. As far as weight, I'm nearing my goal weight, but still have just a few more pounds to go, so I will still be eating in a calorie deficit for now. In order to improve muscle mass retention, I plan to up my protein intake, and I may add more resistance training to my training as needed. For overall nutrition, I plan to continue to focus on eating whole, clean foods as much as possible. Most importantly, my big goal moving forward is to continue consistently working out, eating clean, and enjoying my new health and fitness philosophy as a way of life.